yanked on the handbrake, caliper flies off, explodes that back right. You found that out. Thank you for the communique there, Jacob. But let's go to the competition now. Hopefully, fingers crossed, Shanahan is 100%. But he's going against Tuerck, which is definitely on it. Here we go. That hot hack, that squat down, gets all the way out there. Outside zone 1, boom, outside zone 2. Shanahan shaking out third as the Irish driver, the Formula Jet Pro rookie for this season, but no rookie to drifting. Boom, pops around that last inside clip. Well done by Tuerck and Shanahan. He's got him in his corner. He's got him in his ear. Here we go. Or not in his ear. He's not spotting for him. He's giving some setup. Here we go. Shanahan, Jack, not Connor. Welcome to FD. And look at that. Tuerck dials it back. He goes to the middle of the track. Shanahan gets all the way outside zone 3. Taps that wall. Ryan Tuerck transitions in that last inside clip. And Shanahan brings it around. I'll tell you what. We are going to go to a side-by
device.
Know your place. Protect your face.
Not even flinching.
Here we go. Ryan Tuerck, Shanahan. Not once, not twice. This is it. Our third battle between these gentlemen. We're only in the 32. Ryan Tuerck and his that back bumper, that Toyota GR Corolla. 1, 2. Shanahan not flinching at all. That third outside zone. Now bringing into that final inside clip. Shanahan attacks. There he goes. There he goes. Little Shanahan sandwich. Well done by Shanahan. Tuerck out front. He tapped that wall. And again, talk about bumper hang us Friday and Saturday night. Also, tomorrow, Peterson Automotive Museum, Ken Block, KB Day, all weekend. So tomorrow, Peterson Automotive Museum, come out. Jacob, maybe see you there. We'll see. Here we go. Jack Shanahan out front. Ryan Tuerck in the chase position. Look at Shanahan swinging. Tuerck, good composure. Shanahan comes into that first outside zone. Ryan Tuerck, he shallows up quite a bit there now to outside zone 3. Shanahan gets all the way out there. Ryan Tuerck in the hot pocket. Does not get burned. He brings it around, tightens up into that last inside clip. Bends that back in his vehicle from last year to this year. He's been looking poised. He's got a good vibe to him. So does Ryan Tuerck. They have all the assets, the car, the talent, all of it. But who's going to advance on to go against Frederick Osbo in the Grade 8? Here we go. Our final battle, O'Reilly Auto Parts Top 16. Ryan Tuerck, Lane X Toyota GR Corolla. Boom, initiates Ben Hobson simultaneously. Good transition into that first outside zone. Hobson, little quick correction. You saw that Corolla die. Oh, we got contact, or is that a correction? Looked like Hobson might have gotten to the side. Yeah, look at that. You can see. Oh, we got more contact. Holy cow, look at this. Ben Hobson chomping at the bit to the side of the Corolla. Let's get the truth serum, the overhead camera.
You just said, yeah, man, you got a lot of work to do. I have no idea. But either way, Ben Hobson's got it. Oh, my gosh.
Yep, here we go. Look at this. Ben Hobson throws it out there. Look at the first outside zone. He comes up short. Another short sheet. He short sheets himself. Comes up. But Ryan Tuerck right there in the pocket. He's going to apply the pressure. Now, you got to think. Ryan, okay. So some mistakes on either side in the lead run. I know Tuerck pretty well, and yeah, he doesn't like some people.
Interesting. Hopefully I'm not on that list.
I hate to bring it up, but yeah, you're on that list. Joke. Here we go, Frederick Osbo. Right now, his bitter enemy, Ryan Tuerck. But Ryan Tuerck's gonna fight for it. Ryan Tuerck, he's in that chase position, really good prowess. Lurking in the smoke, well done. And there goes Frederick Osbo. Tuerck brings it home around that last inside clip. And Jacob, you talked about it. Outside zone 1 to 2. Ryan Tuerck gets the clean air. No rain X needed. Absolutely a beautiful Southern California day. Osbo's team looking on. Here comes Ryan Tuerck, that rain X Toyota GR Corolla. Both these guys on Kendall tires, outside zone. Yes, sir. Here's a shovel. Can you dig it? 1, 2 outside zone. Count clipping point right now. Coming to that final inside clip. Oh, that was beautiful. What a shot right there. Yeah. Great shot by Kempa and the Transition Productions team. Was that enough? And now it's like, okay, you want tires. So these are sight laps, meaning that they're going to get eyeballs, they're going to feel the track, see what's going on here, little moisture here. So this is just checking the conditions by comparison to one practice and now into comp. So
dang,
very,
that was a risky entry there for a sight lap.
How, if you're a driver, Jacob, how are you utilizing the sight laps?
So what they're going to be doing is just trying to figure out where the slick spots are on the track. There's a couple of changes that drivers can make to their cars and setup. Generally speaking, I went and surveyed a bunch of the different spotters and some of the experts in this field. The general rule of thumb is softening the car up. There's a lot of different ways you can do it. Not going to get into the specifics, but you're going to soften the car to make it a little bit easier to drive, to find a little bit more grip in it they've got right now.
All right, here we go. Happy birthday to Noah Midland. Noah Midland, 18 years old. Happy birthday, bro. You know what to blow your candles? Here we go. He's one of the Ryans. Ryan Tuerck, Ryan Literal. Coming down to that first outside zone. Just bring it on in. And Ryan Tuerck using all of the Rain X here in the rain. Of course, it's very fitting, very on brand with the Rain X windshield wipers going in the rain. Ryan Literal in the Sunoco S chassis, the RB Army. Here goes Ryan Tuerck into the inside clip 2, popping and locking. 909 horsepower under the hood of Ryan Literal's S chassis, bumping and grinding all across the course. And now coming on into the inside clip, salvaging and saving it, bringing it across. Look how slick it is even off the start line. This is going to be very interesting here. This is a lot of luck here, to be honest. Very talented drivers, a lot of horsepower. And here comes Ryan Literal. He airs it out. Ryan Tuerck almost goes off course, and both of them salvaging a bit of a run here. Ryan Literal comes to a halt. Tuerck goes on, and this is just a slow-mo. Interesting, the most rain we've seen in a head-to-head battle. Again, it really came down right before, and it's still continuing. You're really not seeing it, but you can see just how precarious it is on entry. And now Tuerck comes on through, driving the wet, and coincidentally, the Rain X Toyota GR Corolla will lead us. Ryan Tuerck behind the wheel. Dylan the Dozer Hughes in that chase car, which is the Royal Purple BMW. Here we go in that first outside zone. Consistent, and Ryan Tuerck knows how to drive in the wet. Like I said, he got the worst conditions of anybody in top 32 when he got that victory over Ryan Literal. Now coming into that third outside zone, hopping his way in, Dylan Hughes almost exceeding the Toyota GR Corolla, the 5-door hot hatch coming out of the keyhole. The Royal Purple BMW, Royal Purple running through the veins. O'Reilly Auto Parts available there, as well as Rain X now coming back up the hill, tying into that rumble strip, blue and yellow, almost drawn to it like a magnet, and heading back up. So some moments of greatness there on either side.
You know, it gets difficult to keep that consistent, but Tuerck out front looked great.
Yeah, I thought Tuerck had good composure. Dylan was right there, but that's where you just really need to show that harness that energy, harness the composure, and drive with the prowess you know you have. And look at Dylan using all the course like it's absolutely dry conditions. He comes in hot, good sweeping line. Look at this is the Pacific Northwest boy against Squamish. You talk about how he comes out of it. Oh boy, Dylan a big correction there just as I was picking him up. He struggles into outside zone 2. He gets back on that saddle in outside zone 3. The Rain X Toyota GR Corolla comes on through. A little bit of correction there from Ryan Tuerck in the chase position, allowing him to go on by. And there goes Dylan Hughes back up in dominance here in the wet, and we know he's one of the best here in the field. Here we go, Ryan Tuerck, the Rain X Toyota GR Corolla gets Squirrely Dan here out of the gate against Jonathan Castro. Ryan Tuerck does overshoot a little, quite a bit. Now coming down the hill, I want to get again. We don't have the drone view, so
right.
This is how it stands. We got the pond angle now, gets into the dirt. There goes Ryan Tuerck, so using all the course, even exceeds it a bit. Now here comes Castro and Ryan Tuerck. Good angle from him now coming into that final inside clip. Here goes Ryan Tuerck, the Rain X Toyota GR Corolla.
But able to get his composure back into the battle, back onto the side of that Rain X door, and gets through pretty unscathed.
And the rain continues. Castro will lead Toyota GR86 and the GR Corolla in tow. Castro, run 2, initiates. You see him lock it up and tip the tail. We saw contact there from Castro. Tuerck gets in the back of Jonathan Castro. Maybe a bit eager beaver. We're gonna have to take a look at that once again. Oh, the drone is in the sky. That's always a good thing. And Castro continues on even with the contact. Tuerck trying to muscle his way through, and Castro out of camera shot. And now coming back up the hill.
Sorry, I was just trying to snoop in on some conversations with the spotters to see if we could get some insight.
Rockstar Energy Drink Top 32. Tuerck wants to make it rain. Here we go into that first outside zone. Ryan Tuerck puts it in, very settled, very calm. Derek Madison tucks in about a car length behind into that first inside clip. Tuerck, great angle. Derek Madison drops back. Looks like Tuerck went out a little bit, brought it back in, reeled it in, and you can see him again just dancing on that razor's edge. Does exceed a little bit, but not too much. Like we said with Ben Hobson, didn't see that initiation, but you know, I don't know if that was the time and the place to do it. So here we go. What's going on here? So Derek Madison, Ryan Tuerck off the start. And was that so taking a look at this, Derek Madison continues on through the course. Was that a restart, or did Ryan Tuerck have a glitch and he's not 100? You're gonna have to run that back and just confirm. Is that good to go? And Ryan Tuerck crawling his way through, and Derek Madison could get the victory here. Not seeing any sign of a restart here. Ryan Tuerck, you know, that could hurt D-Mads if we have to call an actual competition timeout for not just body parts, but actual runability. And there goes D-Mads in that first outside zone. Ryan Tuerck lets him go and transition in front of him. That second outside zone, Ryan Tuerck goes into the dirt with that hot hatchback. And Derek Madison is off and running. There goes D-Mads past an inside clip. Ryan Tuerck in the last outside zone, brings it on in. Tuerck coming up shallow.
Tuerck's really going to have to turn things up to get the win in this battle.
And here we go. Tuerck will be leaving the line in the lead position. And here he comes with that Toyota GR Corolla, the hot hatchback, the Rain-X vehicle. Comes to that first outside zone. Now transitioning into the second. Good attitude, got the clean air. Derek Madison dips back in there. He is in that second outside zone, long outside zone. Now coming past that inside clip. There goes Derek Madison now transitioning into that last outside zone. Good placement by Ryan Tuerck. Hits all the necessary to Odie Box's team. The knowledge that he learned driving for Odie and applying it now to the Supra, I feel like he's a different driver with this marriage of man and machine. So Simon Olsen out front, Ryan Tuerck drops that back right and looks more Dirt-X as opposed to Rain-X, that Toyota GR Corolla. Now that second outside zone, he struggles a little bit once again as Simon Olsen fills the second, now into the third, and out of that into the fourth outside zone. And the vehicles there, definitely a talented young man, Mr. Hartsock. So as Ryan Tuerck initiates across the nose of that Mark V Supra, the Toyota GR Corolla transitions. Need to see that overhead view. Where was Simon in that smoke? Comes a little unwound there. We saw some contact, but keeps on pace into this last outside zone. How are they going to navigate? Man, that Corolla is kicking off a ton of smoke. Keep in mind, they did change tire manufacturers from last year. This is a freshman season on a new extinguish on the sides. Boom, it's go time. James Machine Dean defending an only 4-time FD champion. Tip to tail, initiating goes James Dean. Look at that, just bang, that right to angle. Fires off into that second outside zone. Ryan Tuerck knows he can trust James Dean. He knows where he's gonna go. He knows what to expect. He is, I mean, hence the name, the machine. Just absolutely on rails. Look at that, that's what I'm talking about. That outside zone 4, it's unrivaled. Saw a little bit of left foot brake by James Dean. He flicks it in and just finds just past that bump on that wall and clears it. So now Ryan Tuerck out front, he's got the clean air coming into this first outside zone. Tip for tap right there. Ryan Tuerck initiates, James Dean tucks in. He was right there, and actually he was even deeper in that first outside zone. Good proximity, but I'll tell you what, doesn't mimic the exact angle of Ryan Tuerck and that hot hatchback coming that last outside zone. Ryan Tuerck does it, executes flawlessly. Well done by Ryan Tuerck. Slams up the transition. Leading Simon Olsen, giving chase. Tuerck talking about setup. Simon Olsen just progressing, just where he's at, the car setup, everything. I just feel like he's just firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think just him as a driver coming from Norway just a few moons ago, and the way the Supra setup is definitely, it is a competitor. Here we go, Ryan Tuerck talking about his setup and what he needs to do. And look at both these cars, very settled. It's all Toyota battle. Ryan Tuerck, that Rain-X Toyota GR Corolla, now coming into the second, into the third. Simon comes up way short on the third outside zone. Giving him all the praise like you do, and now in that last outside zone, there goes Ryan. He said he loves his track. Obviously, the track loves him.
Yeah, he looks really smooth throughout this entire thing, and for Simon
World
Olsen,
record
the largest jump on a V-twin ramp-to-ramp at Sturgis last weekend, so that was awesome. Speaking of Rockstar Energy, right now it's all Norway versus America. Toyota versus Toyota. The Mark V Supra of Simon Olsen out front, settled. Look at that. That lip almost dragging, pulling that right wheel off the ground into the power alley. Great proximity for Ryan Tuerck. Looks like he comes up a bit short. Little failure to launch on the transition from Ryan Tuerck. Not as dramatic as we saw from Simon Olsen. The placement of Olsen right now really well done. Again, little mistakes here and there, but delivery on his vehicle, and your defending winner from here in Seattle, the Rockstar Energy Drink driver, Ryan Tuerck. And quick separation, Ryan Tuerck in that Rain-X Toyota GR Corolla, ripping through. Nice job by Ryan Tuerck. Now coming down into the power alley, Stuckey struggling a bit, now making his way into that third outside zone. Ryan Tuerck making this really easy as he pulls away from Stuckey. And massive swing in more ways box. He's got Chelsea Alpha, former champion, now 2023 champ in his ear. He's got Hart Sock, he's got Papadakis, and now he's got a very capable vehicle. And now he's chasing down Daniel Stuckey. Give himself a little bit of room here because, again, the spotter's got to be like, hey, Stuckey was back for quite a bit. Maybe something's up. You don't want to risk him. And whoa, comes in to that second outside zone. He does salvage that. That got precarious, and that's why you maybe want to give yourself some room. If the car, you're pedaling your car and the car's slow right there, move, get out the way, right? I mean, in my opinion, then you can be just like that. Here we go, we got a clean start, one more time battle. Matt Field versus Ryan Tuerck. Matt Field initiated, let's see Ryan Tuerck massage his way in there. Oh, Matt Field, he taps his left, he gets back out, reinitiated. How does that affect Ryan Tuerck? How is that gonna affect the outcome of this run? Matt Field now to outside zone 3, Ryan Tuerck definitely adapted to that mistake from Matt Field out front. Now in that final outside zone, Ryan Tuerck, he throws it in. He has to come out on top to go against Castro in the final 4. Matt Field will lead. That Borla Performance Corvette initiates. Ryan Tuerck, he is high and tight like a fastball pitch. Field is throwing down a tremendous amount of smoke. Again, you can see Ryan Tuerck in that Rain-X Toyota Corolla, little shimming in the back in the chase position. Matt Field brings in that third outside zone. Ryan Tuerck maybe taking a little bit off it, not as impressive, and then drops in that last outside zone. So maybe attrition coming into play here as far as vehicle and Zach Benny Avery was here in the building from the Vaughn. He's watching. So what are we going to see here? That Toyota GR Corolla, Rain-X slides on in. Matt Field, you can see him just trolling, getting right there. Can he make it happen? Matt Field, you can see him leading the Toyota GR Corolla. Now going to that third outside zone. Is this enough? Ryan Tuerck puts it in. Matt Field, again, these guys almost a little scared, maybe a little timid on this battle because, they still have another battle. This is the 8, so they still have Castro to go against. Again, I feel like they're dialing it back a little bit. Usually it's kind of like they turn it up. I felt like they were at like an 8.5. Consummate professional gentleman and a scholar. All right, moving along back to the action of the second half. Rad Dan as Dan Burkett in that Rad Industries Mark IV Toyota Supra transitioning into that third outside zone. Ryan Tuerck, you can see a little bit of struggling there in that chase, gets out there. I want to assess this again. At launch, it didn't feel just clinical. It felt a little just herky-jerky now. Great placement in the outside zone 4. I want to look at him watching his bros as well. East Coast. Ryan Tuerck out front is Rockstar Energy Drink Toyota GR Corolla. And Christopher Forsberg dropping in. Ryan Tuerck to that outside zone. Now into that third zone. Here comes Forsberg. Ryan Tuerck very settled. Oh boy. Oh, wow. That is way off course. Forsberg continues on. It doesn't look like there's contact, but Ryan Tuerck overshoots outside zone 3 and goes way off. Didn't look like there was contact. Even the big screen out here, yeah. Jumbotron is
a company, yeah.
All right, speaking of brands, who is going to be the biggest brand between these Drift Alliance pilots? Christopher Forsberg or Ryan Tuerck? Forsberg went off quite a bit, all 4 wheels off on that lead run. Here comes Forsberg into that inside clip. Car looks a little disrupted. Maybe Tuerck pushing and Forsberg around that NASA Energy Drink. All new Z into that third outside zone goes Forsberg. Here comes Ryan Tuerck on the inside. Now outside zone 4 dives in. Forsberg brings it into that last outside zone, and Tuerck applies the pressure, but I don't think there are enough mistakes there to offset Ryan Tuerck's off track, and I believe it was under his own power.
We look at, speaking of RTR, Von Gittin Jr. and debuting his new Ford RTR Mustang, going against Drift Alliance Broham and Ryan Tuerck, that Rain-X Toyota GR Corolla. Ryan Tuerck dropped into that second outside zone. Von Gittin Jr. coming to disrupt. Look at that, drops to the side of the hot hatchback into that outside zone 6. Good sweeping line. Look at that fluidity. He was already out there all the way in and just throwing a ton of smoke in Von's face. And how he's cutting through that is beyond me. I mean, dude, Ryan Tuerck's car is kick to welcome his second child into the world. Shannon, our heart goes out to you, and hope everything goes smoothly. Love you, Shannon. All right, here we go. Von Gittin Jr. into that outside zone, and Ryan Tuerck gives back just a little bit. Ryan Tuerck, he needs to get there. Vaughn, where you going? Vaughn just slides so, like, that was slow motion. And Ryan Tuerck will get the advancement. What happened there for Von Gittin Jr.? And Ryan doesn't need to continue on because he was a chase car, but Vaughn takes himself out.
Yeah, that was really weird. That was trying to see if I can catch
Forsberg in his SRZ and Tuerck in his S14, but we have leveled up over 22 years. Christopher Forsberg, Drift Alliance battle, Ryan Tuerck expecting his second child. Shannon and Roman, I know you're watching. Lizardo, I know you're cheering on your man as well. Here we go, Christopher Forsberg goes into the outside zone through the power alley. Transitioning now, Forsberg, and then all Newsy brings it on in through the S-turn, outside zone 6, going into 7. Here we go, transition now. You can see Forsberg up close and personal, diving out of the smoke. Big angle from Forsberg. Ryan Tuerck in the hot hatchback brings it on home. Almost 23 years. Here we go. Ryan Tuerck out front, that Rain-X Toyota GR Corolla. I mean, there's a Toyota-Nissan battle. Two legends. As Ryan Tuerck brings it into the outside zone, you can see Forsberg massaging it there. Forsberg backs off. Tuerck gets the wall. That corrects him out. So almost two negatives equal positive. And we got contact. Tuerck was going into the wall. He comes. We're bashing. We're banging. Make some noise for Ryan Tuerck and Chris Forsberg. Wow.
And we're seeing both their spotters both laughing, knowing that this is how this is going to end. Both these drivers absolutely going at it. I'm waiting for them to come out and give each other big hugs.
Fight. No, just kidding.
You know what? This is very reminiscent back in the old E-Town days. I'm sure this has happened more times than we can count. Both
again, there's some repercussions there. Here we go, Matt Field, Ryan Tuerck. Here we go, Matt Field in that Corvette, and Ryan Tuerck drops into formation. A little slow trickle in that second outside zone. Wasn't exactly blazing. Look at that left foot brake from Matt Field. Not ripping through the course, more placement as opposed to expedition, meaning expediting this course. Now, coming through that S-turn, one final outside zone right in front of the judges. And Matt Field looked like he went almost into that wall. I don't know if Matt Field's ready to get that chant going. American chant going here. All right, here we go. Ryan Tuerck out front. That Rain-X Toyota GR Corolla. Rockstar headed straight driver trying to get on the box. Again, we saw him get the win in Seattle, and Matt Field got it here. And buddy, contact. Contact between Tuerck and Matt Field. You can see Matt taking a look. Let's see what happened here. Who was at fault? And again, Tuerck won in Seattle in 24. Field won in 25. Jack Shanahan, who's going against Hiroya Manoa? Let's send it! As we got Ryan Tuerck and Jack Shanahan, America, Toyota versus the BMW in Ireland. Jack Shanahan, unfazed at all. Look at that, the hot hatchback, the leapfrog jumping in to that outside zone, coming into that power rally. Look at the amount of smoke from Ryan Tuerck. We'll see if that billows over to the other side of that last outside zone. Looks like it's going towards the water. It's not a factor, but it is a factor when it's in the face of the BMW of Shanahan. Ryan Tuerck puts that back left right in. Textbook, signed, sealed, and delivered. Second behind James Dean earlier this year. It was 1 and 2 for Ireland earlier this year, but he'd love to get a win and end this. I mean, everybody would. Obviously, that goes unsaid, but I just gotta say it. Jack Shanahan out front, Ryan Tuerck in that chase position. Oh, look at the timing there. Talking about those whiskers
The Drift Whiskers feeling the sensors. Into that power rally goes Shanahan. Now transitioning, diving in as Ryan Tuerck into that second last outside zone. Oh boy! It loops it. Ryan Tuerck as well, and Tuerck. What happened there? That got super sketchy. Tuerck in that smoke continues on. Let's take a look.
Yeah, we're.
I don't think there was contact in that second to last. It looked like